Hi everybody, it's Honest John. Now look, let me start off by saying that I'm as much in favor of securing our border as anybody else is. But most of the recent states passed immigration laws were not driven by that concern. They were pretty much driven by racism. So anyway, a couple of weeks ago, I was listening to the news on the radio, and they were interviewing a farmer in Alabama. And he was not going to be able to harvest his whole crop because there weren't enough farm workers. And this is the result of Alabama's new immigration law. Georgia has the same problem. And it would be easy to gloat about how Alabama and Georgia are going to lose a lot of money on account of these laws. But it turns out that there is a shortage of farm workers all across the country because the Obama administration has stepped up enforcement. They did this in order to placate conservatives in the hope that they will be able to get some immigration reform done, including the DREAM Act. But the political right depends on the racist vote, and that's their base. And their base will not allow any immigration reform, no matter how sensible it might be. We've already seen how any of the Republican nominees who say anything about immigration that makes sense just plummet in the polls. So our country is going to lose billions of dollars as crops rot in the fields. See, it turns out that Americans just don't want those jobs. They're publicized, they're advertised in the newspapers, and guess what? Americans ain't showing up. So all that ranting about how illegals are taking jobs away from real Americans, it just doesn't hold water. Until you see an illegal CEO or an illegal banker, that's just bullshit, and they should just shut the fuck up. See, here's the thing. Because we're not able to reform our immigration laws, getting into this country legally is so cumbersome that we'll never be able to approve enough legal workers to get our crops in. It also discourages tourism. I mean, nobody who's thinking about going on vacation is going to go through the hassle that is involved in getting a visa to do tourism in the United States. Some people do, but not anywhere near as much would if we could streamline that. So, despite the fact that our economy needs all the help it can get, nothing is going to be done to change this. So here's the deal. Farmers will lose a lot of money. Food prices will rise. And we'll lose millions of dollars in tourism because we can't get anything done by our Congress. See, there is a price to be paid for racism. And it's not just paid by the racists and their victims. We're all paying it. Thanks for listening.